Hello everybody from here, there, everywhere, and places beyond. I am Don, or Adam, whatever you want to call me, and we are here making a game. Or at least, trying to at least. Yeah, trying to. So, we're in Unity right now. It's a free program that you can download. Go to unity3d.com. There'll be a button at the top right that says download. Just click that and download it, install it, and I would recommend getting the example project. It's very helpful. So, because you can use some of the things from that if you don't feel like modeling, which we will be doing in this. So let me just create a folder, Unity assets, everything, and drop it into there. I did install, because right now I'm actually going to be working on a game while doing this tutorial. That way I don't have to create a whole new project. So I imported some of the assets that I might need. So there's standard assets, which is just all the things that would normally come with it. Then I've got spawner, which just is used to create spawners for like enemies and things like that. A male character pack, which has Carl, Justin, and Vincent. And the Desert Fortress pack, which has fortresses. Yeah. So then I'm going to create another folder. Not there. But okay. Drop it up there. And then create another one. Scripts. Models. Textures. It doesn't really matter what order you do this in. You don't even need to do it. I just have OCD about some things, and I just do it anyway. So, finally we need scenes. It's good enough for now. So, save this scene as tutorial, go to my assets, and scenes. Save it there, and it'll pop up right there. So that's helpful. Here's the basics of Unity. You can move around. Scroll wheel zooms in and out. I'm using the wide layout up here. Just click that. And I prefer the one column. It's the one that would be default with the older versions. The newer one, like Unity 4 and higher, which is 4 is now. You would most likely be getting 4.2. I have 4.15, but it says there aren't any updates, so I guess it's nothing special. But it's just zoom in and out. You can double click on things in the hierarchy. Hierarchy are the things that you have in your scene. This certain level. Project is what you have in the entire game. So the reason why I was saying you should get the example project is because you can use all the things that they have in that example project and just get rid of all the scenes from the build selection, which I'll show you later on, probably like episode 5 at least. But you just zoom in and out using the scroll wheel, and if you hold Alt and use your mouse, you can move around. Middle click or Alt middle click, it's just instinct for me to just press Alt to move around and stuff. And right click also zooms in case you don't have mouse wheel. So, and that's the basics. So now we're going to create a cube. Rename it to floor. Zero it out. Go to there. Now we're going to make this cube about 40 by 40. We'll get into terrains later on. But right now if we just hit play, you can see that there's a cube there, but it's really dark. So game object, create other, directional light. You could use a point light, but directional lights are easier to use. I'm going to turn the intensity down to 0.4 because it's a little bit easier to see that way. And you can set it to maximize on play if you want, but I don't really like that because you can't access any of this. Like I could change that from here, and then when I stop, it'll get rid of it and set it back to what I have before. So it gets kind of annoying sometimes, but it's not too bad. Then what you can do is you can create another cube, and we can get into scripting if you want. We can name this player for now, and make this 2 units tall, which is about a meter, and move that up 0.5. No, wait, no, 1.6. There we go. So now we've got that cube right there. And go to here, create JavaScript. Movement. Open that up. It might take a little while. Get rid of that error. Those are just warnings. They're pretty much all just the mobile scripts. It's annoying sometimes. So function update if. I'm going to take it that you know some JavaScript. To a degree, at least. But it's just variable, and then float equals 10. And copy that. Create another one for turn speed, in case we need to turn, and that will be 90. I've done this before. So if input dot get key, and then W. I don't know, copy that for all of them. Paste it in, and W S A D. No. D A. And then transform dot position plus equals, and you have to put a semicolon at the end of every actual statement. If statements don't need one though. So if you press W, you need to move forward. So transform dot forward. This means you're moving forward. You add move speed. You multiply that by move speed, and then time dot delta time, and this just makes it so that anything that needs to actually take time, not you wait for 10 frames, exactly 10 frames. No matter how slow your computer is, you have to wait for 10 frames. Then you're going to want to multiply it by delta time, because what that does is, instead of using, say, 10 frames per second, it's using 1/10 of a second. So it uses actual time instead of frames. So if you have a really slow computer and a really fast one, you'd move the same speed. That's what that does. And then I'm going to do that. Transform dot right, and then minus and minus. There we go. So if we get the player and we drop movement onto him, hit play, use the arrow keys, you can see the player moves around. So we just created a very, very basic movement script. And check the time. 8 minutes. That's good. That's good. So we've got a really, really basic movement script. So we can move around, and we don't have jumping yet, but let me zoom into the player. You can see there are levels kind of boring. So I'm going to open up paint.net, which is a free program. Just go to getpaint.net, create a new 32 by 32 texture, and this one will be the floor. We want this one to be sort of metallic. So we'll use this. And then go to utilities, effects, noise, add noise. Turn the color saturation pretty all the way down. Turn the intensity down a little bit, and looks a little bit like concrete. Sure, why not? Save concrete. Desktop, no, computer. D, I have it on the D drive. Unity projects. Where is it? Where did I put it? Let's find out. Show and explore. I put it in my documents. I don't know why I did that. That's, great. Oh well. Assets, my assets, textures, save. Then we're going to create a new one. This one will be 32 by 128. No, 64. And then this one will be red. Why not? And we're going to add the same noise effect. This time more intensity, so that we can notice it more. And then we're going to draw a squiggle. So, I'm going to draw a red squiggle on him. Nah, that doesn't look that great. Let's change the red color on this. Just a little. Nope, not noticeable. Let's go with black for now. Nope. Nope. Let's just do that. Good enough. Red portal. No, wait. Red player. And then we'll just do the same thing for... No, wait. All copy new, enter. All copy new, enter. Now, same for green. We need a darker green. That's good. Effects, repeat add noise. Add the same exact noise, but with a different color. And then 2 pixels from there. And 2 pixels from there. Now I can just do this. And texturing is usually the most boring part of everything. But now we've got 3. So green player and blue player. I have a very loud keyboard, I know. So let's do, if we press, yeah, we're coming up on about 15 minutes. So player, I'm going to create new material, red player, green player. Usually you want to create a material for every texture. That way it doesn't put the material somewhere random. And concrete. So we just put concrete right there. We're going to change the settings for all the textures in a second. There we go. So now everything's done. So drop that there. Go to concrete, point, and the largest is 32, 16 bits. Apply. So now it looks like a really, really bad concrete texture. Let's set the tiling to 100. No, I know. 40. Is that good? That's pretty good. Can't really see the lines in between much. And then each of these set it to point. Keep it at that. Keep it at that. 32 and 16 bits. Apply. There we go, and let's go with the red player for now. So if we hit play, player moves around. We've got a very, very bad camera angle, so let's go up a little bit and go behind the player. And rotate it about 45 degrees. That's good. And then let's go about there, change it to about 30. And move the player back. Turn it to global, that way we can move. There we go. And if we hit play, you can see the player, it's easier to see, and let's drop it there. It's gonna be kinda shaky, isn't it? Oh, it's not. Oh yeah, it's because we don't have a rigid body on it. If we do this, you can see that it's not falling. So we can fix that, but it will look very, very bad. You'll know what I mean in a second. Rigid body. See? It shakes. So then what you do is you take the camera off, and then you add smooth follow, and you set it to follow the player. Hit play. You can see it goes around a lot better, but it rotates. It kind of wobbles, so we can change the constraints to be just so that it changes the physics, like it falls, but it doesn't do anything else. Let's see what happens if we do this. I believe it still shakes, just a little. Let's find out. No, actually. So it's fine. Apply that to there, get rid of the smooth follow, and it should be fine. Yep, there we go. So now we're following our character just fine. It's a really basic character and it does pretty much nothing, but it's good enough. So now what we can do is game object create empty, put this about halfway inside of the player. So camera point, put it at about 2 and 0. And then 2.5. Nope, 2.5. There we go. So now it's right there, and we're going to do the camera script next time. So drop camera point there and drop that onto player. Hit play. It's still following the player because they're all children of each other. But the camera point, when we use the, if we're holding control, I guess. If we're holding control and we use A, it'll turn the camera this way. So let me pull this over to there. So if we're going like this, then we hit A. If we hit control and we hit A, the camera will turn this way. But the object will stay in place, so it'd be a little bit like this. And then D, and then, well, not like that. Then this would go like that, and etc. So that's what that would be like. So rate, comment, subscribe, check out the next episode, which should be coming up shortly after this one, because I'm going to render. Well then, I'm going to record a bunch of episodes in one sitting, and then render them all, and then upload them the next day, maybe. So look out for that. It'll be pretty fun, because we're going to be working on the camera script, which is actually kind of fun once you get used to it. So check out the Indiegogo campaign. There'll be an annotation on the screen right about where this sphere is. Let's make this a little bit bigger. There we go. There'll be an annotation there. So, click it. Did you click it? No, because it would have paused the video. Why didn't you click it? And if you did, thank you. Put a comment that you did. So, bye! No, really. Go. Bye!